ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to game number 3, LGD China versus Vici Gaming. It is your third, fourth place decider match for WPC Ace. It's been a long day for LGD China, a very long day. And they're not in a good position, Winter. 0-2 in the best of 5, and looking just deflated, defeated, fully beaten. Can they bounce back and win 3 straight? I don't have a whole lot of faith, but I don't want to count them out entirely.
Yeah, they've been really exhausted. You can just see from the way they're playing. Everything is very disorganized, and if they can come back by winning the next 3 games, it would be a miracle. They will need a miracle to do that.
Yeah, that would be really impressive, honestly, if they manage to come back. Even winning 1 or 2 games, I would be fairly impressed with, considering... I mean, that would show some serious gumption. But
you imagine if they win the next 2 games, then they lose the last game. They'll be even more frustrated.
Well, then they'll have some time off to think about it, because they're not in the G League finals, so they'll be able to, like... And God's actually just tweeted about this, but it is going to be DK versus IG in the WPC Ace finals, as well as the G League finals. So, DK and IG, are they the 2 best teams in China right now?
Oh yeah, I just noticed. Indeed they are.
Shout out to Gods. Good seeing you casted
LGD's
at ACG, buddy. Hopefully you'll be coming back to the States soon.
You miss him, yeah? You miss your other David.
Dude, I had to move the whole fucking studio by myself, and all of his shit as well. And my own stuff. So, yeah, I miss him for practical reasons. He's a pretty good guy, too. He's alright.
You seem like you need some help there.
I'm just kidding. Of course I miss Gods. He's awesome. But he'll be back soon. In the meantime, he'll be recovering, I'm sure, and feeling sad for LGD, as we all will. We
are all mourning for LGD right now. So depressing. Very sad.
Very sad. And the same bans, pretty much, this game. Everyone's banning the same stuff versus Vici, or versus LGD. It's just the same bans every game. The only one that's a little bit different is the Life Stealer, but it's not that unusual.
It seems like everyone got LGD figured out already.
Wow, is the Australian New Year really in 1.5 hours?
It's 7:25 p.m. now in Malaysia.
So it's 3 hours later there, right?
Yeah, Australia is 3 hours ahead of Malaysia, so it's 10:25.
They're in the future, right, Winter. How does it feel living in the future?
It feels awesome.
What's going to happen in 2014?
What's going to happen in 2014? The first thing that's going to happen in 2014 is I will be looking to buy a flight ticket towards LA. Are
you coming to visit me?
Maybe.
I got some kittens, by the way. They're pretty cute. You should come visit while they're still babies.
I got some puppies.
Do you really? Like actual puppies or grown dogs?
Grown dogs.
I miss my family's black lab as well. It's been a while. I hope you're doing well, Bella. I love you. I don't think she can hear me. But okay,
this is different. Okay. For once,
Weaver.
Out of the 7 games today, we see a different hero.
Very good game to get a Weaver. Clockwork Crystal Maiden. You should not be able to kill Weaver unless he makes big mistakes. Like, as long as you keep on moving, even if he hookshots you, you can always just time-lapse out of the cogs. So, Weaver is actually quite good against this lineup, I feel.
Gyro is also very hard to kill the Weaver. Doesn't have any reliable lockdown. Okay, that's the reliable lockdown. This is the first time we're going to see a Storm on Super.
Super Storm has been the best in China, I think. And one of the best in the world lately. It's really been his signature hero lately. Which is funny, because, I mean, his signature hero, Storm, was never really on the list until recently.
He actually plays a lot of Storm in Dota 1, but when he was in the 4 Protect 1 strategy with Burning, Storm was always out of the question.
Yeah, like for the entirety of DK's lifetime, I guess you could say.
He plays a lot of Storm in Dota 1, but it's just a playstyle with DK that couldn't allow him to play something like that.
When's the last time he played it in Dota 1? It has to be like 2 years ago at least.
2 to
3 years ago?
It was a really long time.
Yeah. Storm is important in this game because he's going to be their only real lockdown against Weaver, but a Lincolns will mostly deal with that. So, what do they go first? The next hero. They could run a support. They probably need another support here. Yeah, I agree. Something like Lion, something that gives you lockdown, because I feel they just don't have enough yet.
Lion would be very good to deal with the Weaver. Apart from Lion, maybe Lashrock to a certain extent, but I prefer to have like a Hex towards the Weaver. It's the easiest way to deal with him. You catch him, you kill him. Lashrock, you need someone to initiate and help you lock the enemy in place while you follow up with your Earth Splitter, so it's much difficult that way. I would rather have a Lion. Yeah,
LGD banned the Disruptor, and I think this is a decent game to ban it, because you are running Storm, and it's really, you have to go BKB if you're against Disruptor or Storm, and even then, I mean, it's not like guaranteed to keep you safe, so. Disruptor ban, but it does leave Lion in the pool, which would, like you mentioned, I think it is probably the best choice here, for the Weaver as well.
I'm thinking what other options they have. Maybe a Venge, but I don't really like the Venge in this situation. I would feel the Lion is one of the best solutions here towards the Weaver.
10 seconds.
What is that noise? Is that a bird?
Yeah, it's a sparrow.
Do you have like a family sparrow?
No, it's from outside. It's from the wild.
Has it made its way into your home?
No, it's just like on the tree opposite my house. I have a big tree outside my house, a really big tree, like a treant protector or something like that.
Is it giving you living armor, giving you some extra protection?
Of course, the shade from the sun. Malaysia is very hot, very humid.
Okay, Vici Gaming, last pick coming out. Should get a support here. You mentioned Lion. Shadow Shaman, maybe, but I don't think he's really going to be... He's like never picked a support nowadays, so...
I feel it's either a Lashrock or a Lion. Like
Bane.
Okay,
we forgot about Bane because we're tired. But yeah, Bane's good too. I like Bane.
Yeah, but Bane only has the ultimate to like lock down the Weaver. Lion is... A Hex is not like an ultimate. You have it all the time.
Yeah, that's true. Enfeeble's also pretty good here against the Dragon Knight and the Weaver. Yeah, I think Lion might have been a bit better, but I don't think this is a bad pick by any means.
It's not like a huge difference, but it's just a preference because like Lion, you need a lot of more items to do what a Lion is capable of doing. Like you need the Blink or the Force, but a Bane doesn't really need those items as badly as a Lion.
I feel like LGD's draft is much more classic LGD this game though, Winter. It's a good like 5-man lineup. They can farm their core items. They're on Dire side. They can probably roach early with the Chen. Maybe a medallion comes out from one of the supports, and it's just like a well-rounded classic LGD style draft. So I actually like this a lot for them.
Yeah, but Vici Gaming have a draft that's able to catch. If LGD gets caught out early and the Storm is able to detect the play, then it could be difficult for LGD to respond to the Storm. So it could go both ways, I feel.
Yeah, Vici Gaming, especially getting the Storm for Super, which has been largely banned out for today, could make the difference here. He's been pulled early on. And on that note, let's introduce our teams properly. Vici Gaming leading 2-0. They've had an easy road so far into this match. After getting 3-0'd by DK yesterday, they've bounced back today. They now lead 2-0 in the best of 5. ROTK, the heart and soul of this squad on the Clockwork, the gyro handled by Mikasa, Storm being played by Super. They are going to go for a little level 1 engagement here, but won't be able to find a kill. FY trying to block off a jungle camp. He's playing the Bane. Fenrir, the last player for this squad, will be your Crystal Maiden.
And on the LGD side that's currently out of gas, I really hope they will still have gas in the tank for this game. Yao is going to be on the Wind Ranger, DDC will be playing the Rubik, Rabbit will be on the Weaver, Xiao 8 would be playing the Dragon Knight this time around, and DD would be on a Chen.
So that rounds out the introductions for both teams. LGD China running the safe lane Weaver against an off-lane Clockwork. This is a very unfun matchup for the Clockwork, even if it's a 1v1, and especially with the Rubik and the Chen likely to come. They've gone for a D-Ward here. And they are going to find it. Really nice play from DD. So the camp won't even be blocked once, and Vici Gaming's early gambit into the enemy jungle amounts to nothing. So the other matchups, Dragonite mid against Storm, very good matchup for Storm, unless he gets ganked. And the safe lane, it is a Crystal Maiden, as well as a Bane, and a Gyro against a Windrunner. So I actually think Vici Gaming, looking at the lanes, all three of their lanes are well, off lane's not good, but they should get levels there, and the other two lanes are really good for them.
Yeah, it's a boost Gyro too.
So they can actually get those kills early. Sleep, follow up with a Frostbite, and they could easily kill off Yao.
Yeah, he didn't even go for a win run. He just wants to farm with the power shot. It's going to go to stack. This is a very classic win runner off lane. Just keep stacking the ancients and just power shotting whenever you can. Very safe play. You're not going to get catch out by the supports.
Yeah, and can get a lot of experience for herself, and I guess the Dragonite can farm these later on if they're not able to kill them earlier. So safely farming the Ancients, and this is good because Vici Gaming are doing the triple pull. They'll be stacking, pulling this camp. Crystal Maiden's going to farm it, and if they ever want to, they can do the 3-camp rotation. But just doing the 2-camp rotation and then farming the other with Crystal Maiden should work nicely as well. So we now see the Chen drop a defensive ward towards the bottom side of the middle lane. Maybe worried about the Bane Crystal Maiden gank. That is a pretty scary ganky combo, especially with the Storm mid, who gives you a lot of early nuke damage.
Yeah, they're doing all the levels. They're doing all the jungles here in the tree rotation. They're gonna get all their crucial levels really quickly as the Bane and the Crystal Maiden. The Bane is gonna come in to make sure that Yao doesn't get another stack of the Ancients here, constantly disrupting him.
Yeah, and Bane hurts. That's one of the other, I think, underrated things about him as a support is he hits really hard.
He might be able to kill him. No win run.
And
this is
I think this is first blood. One more right click. No, the brain sap would be enough. Now it's not. Now he needs one more and a brain sap. Just needs the brain sap. FY, is he getting juked here? Brain sap, juked again, fogged again, right around the rosy. Oh, ankles were broken this day. FY, unable to secure the first blood. Really thought he was going to have it there. He's got higher move speed, 20 higher move speed than the Windrunner, but Yao showing that sometimes agility triumphs over pure speed. He is fleet of foot. Or she is, rather. Ay.
She almost...
Oh, what is he saying? Is that a little trash talk?
Yeah, she's telling her Pierre Paul. I actually don't quite understand. He's just saying don't run away. Something like that.
Yao is not the type of player that you see all chat very often. So, that's pretty funny. So, FY in the end, he is foiled, but so it goes.
And the Storm is having a very good start. If you look at the CS chart, the Storm is on par on both of the safe lane carries on last hits.
Yeah, the Storm is farming really well, man. And I mean, this should happen. Dragonite should not be able to take a Storm 1v1. So, I mean, he can still get his levels in some farm, but he's not going to win the CS4. Whenever you go into last hit, they can always just drop a Remnant and right click you, and you can't really contest him without some support. And speaking of support, Vici Gaming rotate mid. They've got 3 heroes here, and Storm has gone for the killing build, so the 3 points in Electric Vortex. They can easily get a first blood there if they get into range, but in fact they're going to wrap around bottom. Unfortunately, there ain't nobody here. Yao's gone back to base. He has picked up his boots now, and now he returns to the lane. With the boots, Bane also having some... They're going to need the whole creep wave at the tower to go for this kill.
They're going to spot the Windrunner with the ward here. They're going to just go in and try and wait for him. CM is still level 2, so no Nova, only a Frostbite.
Sorry for my drunken camera, guys. I was checking Skype for a second, but yeah, they're going in on Yao now. With the Windrun boots, it's enough. He's able to get away.
Yeah, that was just too far. The gyro was too far for them to initiate and kill, and he's going to miss a couple of last hits because of that.
Yeah, more importantly, the Windrunner's going to live. Although Yao is going to have to probably go base. He has no regen right now. Needs to farm that bottle. Just not having a very good game. But you look at the supports right now, and how are they farming on the side of LGD? Level 3 Chen, doing pretty well. Already 700 gold. And DDC level 3 with boots. Comparing that to the supports of Vici Gaming, the Bane's only level 2. Getting close to 3, so... Supports are fairly even early on. I think the X factor here is just Vici Gaming dominating the solo mid lane.
And not to mention, RTK is level 5 and Wind Ranger's level 2. He's gonna get slapped. Yeah, he's gonna go down for sure this time. Oh! Wow, he
no frostbite.
Didn't manage the frostbite. I thought he was gonna be in time for that.
Now middle lane they go, and this will be the real first blood. It's actually gonna be Xiao8 who goes down, despite LGD sending their entire lineup mid. And the first blood did go to them. They also got the tier 1 bottom. RTK does go down as a trade, though, to DD's Chen. So an early rotation from RTK secures the first blood for Vici Gaming. Off to another good start here. And looking for Yao asleep could spell his doom. No, that's too far to dive.
Oh, they have been trying so hard to try and kill Yao every time. And he survives every single freaking time.
And now a Midas Weaver. Midas Gaming. Finally a Midas. I feel like, you know, I never thought I'd say this after the Midas craze from a few weeks ago, but I actually feel like there's some times both series where teams should have gone Midas and did not.
It's a risk, and LGD they don't really like to build Midases on their carries, so they want to be able to fight. Like I said, it's in their blood. Midas doesn't allow you to fight. It allows you to grow faster.
We've been talking a lot about the babies growing up today. Interesting.
Yeah, I'm gonna start a family soon. Get some babies.
Have you told your girlfriend yet that that's the plan? Is she aware of your plans?
Maybe not.
That's okay. I'm sure she'll find out in due time.
Okay, I probably screwed myself over.
She's probably gonna find out from this broadcast. Does she watch you cast, by the way? Or watch your stream or anything?
No. Sometimes, but very, very rarely. She's at church now, so.
Rarely.
She doesn't play Dota.
I'm just out of gas, man. I'm out of it. What could I say? DD has managed to pick up a Wild Wing Ripper and has hit level 5. Not the fastest Chen jungle, but I haven't really seen. Maybe he's gotten unlucky with some camps here. And he did rotate mid earlier to try and go for that kill.
Yeah, and he wasted some time to place his ward as well. It's not like the AoE 2000 power farming way of jungling the Chen. Very just constantly stacking, and you need a lot of luck as well. Having the mud columns will slow you down.
Have you noticed how much speed gaming has suffered? Like, ever since they stopped being able to do that kind of style, they really have struggled. Like, every game they played since that style started getting punished, I feel.
Yeah, not to mention it was always getting punished by Nyx Assassin, heroes like Storm. You are always constantly, because they are always split up on the map farming alone, and heroes like this tend to punish them a lot.
Oh, zip in bottom lane? Nope, they're gonna back off. You know, it really reminds me of LGD actually. That their kind of speed just loves that greedy style so much. So in the way they're kind of not one-dimensional, but they're just best at one strategy like LGD. It's a different strategy, but it's really the one strategy that they excel at. It feels.
And you know what? When you say that, something comes to my mind: the Naga Siren playstyle of Titan.
Yeah, all three of these teams right now, they feel it's like they have the one strategy they use. Teams like IG, DK. I would even say Vici to some extent are a little bit more diverse. Vici does somewhat rely on their roaming early on, but I don't think they're quite as one-dimensional as... They're sort of like in the middle for me.
Yeah, but like if we are talking about the draft, I feel like DK has the most diverse draft.
I agree.
They picked a lot of different heroes and a lot of different playstyles.
They seem... Is there anyone more diverse than them right now? I don't. Even in the West, I don't think there's more diversity.
If you count the West,
I'm not even sure in the West there is. Actually, I don't think there is.
Who is the most diverse in the West? Fnatic.
They love like their Rat Dota Wisp play though, right? I mean that's normally what they do. I mean they play a pretty wide range of heroes. Fnatic has a pretty broad hero pool, but I feel like their strategies are fairly similar from game to game.
Yeah, DK is very diverse in hero pool and strategy. A lot of different playstyles. 3 different playstyles. The lane Onix playstyle, 3-1-1, constantly having the 1 versus 1 matchup, or the Wisp playstyle. Oh, the hook shot's not gonna hit.
Off the mark. Now they both blow with dust, and now they need to get the hell out. Super. His zip has been stolen. DDC could go in for this. Not gonna do so.
Oh, that was a very good spell for the Rubik to have.
Yeah, Electric Vortex, really nice spell. Although, it does tax your mana pool quite a lot. I will say that. Especially when this Rubik doesn't even have Arcane Boots. Although, as I say that, he's gonna buy them now.
Yeah, that's gonna ease a lot of his mana problems. Very, very helpful. And ROTK is not doing too bad this game. He's actually a lot richer than the last time around when he played Clockwork.
Yeah, and he's also just playing more patient, right? Like, he's not diving quite as much. He's not... and he's not also just not getting pressured the way he was in Game 1. So doing a nice job, RTK is at level 8 at 11 minutes in. And we settle into a farming game. And I guess the big question is, Winter, who does this farming game favor?
I would say that it favors Vici more because Storm and Gyro carries harder than the DK and the Weaver.
Do you think that's true even with the Midas? Does the Midas change the equation for you?
Yeah, it helps the Weaver catch up, but still, I feel like during the late game, super late game scenario, Weaver is gonna be afraid of the Storm jump all the time. And not to mention the Bane.
Yeah, there's the Bane grip. There's a lot of ways to remove a Lincoln's if he goes for one, which he probably will. He probably needs to go Lincoln's.
No, he's not going Lincoln's. When he buys a bottle, he's not going Lincoln's. I can guarantee you that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Oh, yeah, I didn't even realize he had a bottle. This is his.
Yeah, when he goes bottle, he's gonna build BKB. When he doesn't go bottle, it's almost 90% right, 95% of the time. If he goes for a Perseverance, he doesn't go for bottle.
Zip in mid, DDC pulls FY back, but there's no follow-up here. Yes, there is. Shackle connects. Easy kill. Now Super almost got Dragon Tailed. Just barely able to get out. It's a 4-hero Cogs! 4 heroes caught out by ROTK. He delivers. ROTK Dota, ladies and gentlemen. Xiao 8's gonna fall. 3 dead. 4 will fall. Xiao Tuji, the lone survivor. ROTK, what a playa. He's caught 5. Rabbit, no way out. Has the time lapse, can't even use it. ROTK, best Clockwork universe? My god. That was the best hookshot I've ever seen. I've never seen a 4-hero Cog before.
Yeah, that's extremely rare on competitive play, but that was a really good time hookshot. I would say part of it was set up by because like when the Bane died, Storm tried to jump in and LGD tried to react to the Storm coming in from the right hand side, and as the Storm zipped back out, and it actually bought some time for Clockwork to set up. They will climb up together, and he managed to get the hookshot on.
Yeah, and Super also dropped a Remnant as well as an auto attack on 4, which is a lot of nuke damage if you think about it. What is that, like 300 nuke damage on everyone? 200?
Combat lock.
I'm not gonna try to like, you have to do it right after the fight or it just gets too messy. Well, that was a great fight for Vici Gaming. Now they're up by 6k. Wow, look at that one fight. That one fight just gave them like 5k gold, 4k gold.
Storm Spirit hits Weaver for 64 damage. Storm Spirit hits Weaver for Overload 52 damage. So basically 100 over damage for one hero. Yeah.
They sleep Xiao 8. The missile will have time to fly in. Now they force out a TP and they retreat. Well, space created. They'll back off. Now they go in mid. Hookshot to fly. Nails it again. RTK has done it. Yao's caught out. Nowhere to run. Nowhere to hide. Nothing to do but die. And die he will. Super, all of a sudden, dominating. 4-0-3. His team has 7 kills. RTK has also been involved in every single kill in the CM. 6 of the 7. Vici Gaming are cruising.
It's the ROTK plus Super combo. Xiao 8 is going to get sleep here. Is there any follow-up? CM is going to come in here.
Call down, grip. They don't even need the call down here. Oh, Xiao 8 to fall. And LGD are crumbling under the pressure. It's been a long day. If they just want to go home, they might be well on their way to doing so at this point. This is just going from bad to worse.
Yeah, the Storm is going to get like Orchid in the next minute or so. At minute 15 or minute 16, he's gonna have his Orchid. And Weaver doesn't have his BKB yet by then.
And you just compare Vici Gaming running the Storm to like Xiao 8 playing it for LGD, and it seems so much more comfortable for Vici. So much more comfortable. They just really love this style, you know, like constantly picking off heroes left and right, playing like a very chaotic Dota. Seems like it suits them very well, and did not suit LGD so well earlier.
I just disconnected. Oops.
Winter rage quit?
No,
LGD fanboy, you put your rares on LGD? Are you mad?
It says Steam not log on.
Are you mad, bro?
No, I'm not mad. Okay, I'm back.
There's a sleep bottom lane, a casual brain sap thrown out by FY, and
Radiant's middle
then he'll
tower
retreat.
is under attack.
Welcome back to the game, Winter. I hope you've
And I see
I hope you've
I
calmed
see
down.
the scoreboard at 0-0, so I'm happy for LGD now.
Yeah. Game reset. Let's try again. It is actually 8-2, and LGD are down 7k gold, 7.5k, something like that. And we're 15 minutes in. And Storm has Orchid before Weaver has any of the... He has one component of his BKB, right?
He has Orchid already in 50 gold. Oh boy.
Yeah. On the prowl. And now LGD really are going to have trouble defending their towers. Like, you can't just TP one hero in once that Orchid's out. Even the DK will die. And speaking of which, Super's going to spot him out. Shao 8 has the dragon form, not going to use it yet. LGD China are going to group up mid. Well, this is one way to deal with Storm. Storm Bane, a lot of single target heroes. Try and group, but that's where the gyrocopter gets even scarier. The clockwork scarier as well. In position to jump now. Shao 8's called out Super. They try to bring him down. He zips to the high ground. Suddenly, BKB, call down coming through, but not enough to get the kill yet. The Force Staff keeps them in fighting shape. However, Shao Tuji will fall. Shackle, off the mark. The power shot not. They get the kill there. It's actually a decent trade, 1 for 1. And they managed to trade a core for a core, but now they lose the Dragon Knight. Now it gets worse. And the chase is on. Fenrir picking off the Rubik, going for the Chen. FY in range for a Brain Sap. Gets it. Nope. Sleep. Now a Brain Sap will follow after the missile. But the Shackle connects the two. It won't matter. No, maybe it will. Cogs are there. Brain Sap. Got him regardless.
4 for 1 indeed. 4 for 1 in the end. And Storm he actually didn't manage to pick up his recipe for the Orchid. So he still doesn't have it.
It's been a rough road for LGD today, Winter, has it not? What a brutal day.
It's very, very sad for them. FY is going to sleep up the Wind Ranger here.
I think for future note, it's probably best not to schedule 2 best-of-5s on the same day where the same team might have to play twice right in a row.
And 10 games in a row, it's just... I
mean, I think WPC Ace has been a good tournament overall. Not flaming the whole event, but just saying, I don't think the scheduling was the best today. Well, it happens.
Maybe they have a break of like a longer break. They just had like 40 minutes break just now after playing 5 games, and they have to play another 5 games.
Yeah, I guess they figured like, oh, it's a 6-hour gap between the first series and the second series. We'll have plenty of time for the players to rest. And they even started the second series late, but it's such a grueling day. Hookshot will be off the mark mid. RTK was looking for it, but cannot connect.
Regeneration.
That's his first miss hook this game, I guess.
You know, Winter, it's just been like an interesting road in Chinese Dota over the past 3 or 4 months. I feel like every single team out of the top 5, Tongfu, LGD, DK, IG, and who am I missing? And Vici. They've all at one time or another been the best team in China. And right now, LGD clearly struggling. Cogs were stolen here, but there'll be a grip on DDC. Shackle on 2 again. Yao continues to impress, but all his shackles are doing are keeping his team alive.
And the Storm still actually hasn't found a pickoff with the Orchid yet, so that's still a little bit of good news for LGD.
A small amount. And, oh, Storm zipping, zapping, diving DD. He'll get the kill here, I think. Zips, tries to dodge the stun, still gets caught by it. Will pay with his own life. They've isolated him. That's a gem down. That's a big death. 300 gold going the other way, and the gem, that's like 1,000 gold delivered to the enemy team in terms of total value, and lost by him. So that's a 2,000 gold swing. That's like a 2,000 gold swing. If you think about it.
And we was actually going to go for Lincoln's. Huh.
You are wrong, my friend. You question my Lincoln's call. You question my Lincoln's call.
95% of the time. I think Lincoln's is like it's okay, but I just noticed that he doesn't go Lincoln's if he gets a bottle.
Yeah, I don't know how good it is this game because they have what? Orchid, Pull, Frostbite, Enfeeble, Brain Sap, Grip, and I think most importantly, Homing Missile, which you can just spam whenever you see the Weaver and instantly remove it. So I don't know if Lincoln's is the best choice this game.
Yeah, but he's just worried that he gets solo pick off. At least with the Lincolns, he can't get picked off by the Storm Spirit, and he can farm safer. But with the BKB, I feel it's the same thing.
Yeah, exactly. Obviously, the Lincolns goes later, and maybe that's LGD's plan, is to angle for the late game. But like you said, Vici Gaming, very strong, probably stronger late game heroes in Storm and Gyro, and I think more importantly, the really strong late game utility heroes. The Clockwork and the Bane especially, very fearsome in the late game.
Top tower is under attack.
Actually, LGDs are pretty good too.
Yeah, I wouldn't count them up. It's still decent. Having the Rubik. The Rubik can turn the tides of a fight.
Can steal the grip. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, LGD, can they find momentum here? They really need it. 7.5k down. They give up their tower top. And this is where I think we're seeing a clear difference between how Vici Gaming play this kind of draft and how LGD play at Winter is. Once they realize that the ganks aren't quite working, they just back off and start farming. Whereas when LGD were in this position, they just kept on forcing fights.
Yeah, they keep on smoking. Every time they are behind, they smoke and try to take a fight.
And here we see Super pushing the top lane, trying to catch up. And Vici Gaming will smoke and try and take a fight now, but they've already spent a good 3 or 4 minutes farming before this.
Oh, bottom lane. The Weaver.
Could be caught out here. Has the Midas, has the ultimate orb. There's a Bane here. Can look to grip him.
Oh.
Sleep to start it off. He's setting up. This will be a very big kill. Now the Fiend's grip comes. The hookshot stacked. This will be the death of Rabbit. Indeed it will. Now they've got Yao as well. Orchid comes in. Suddenly 2 kills. And suddenly the gem back.
The gem wasn't on Yao. He picked it up just now actually. Is it on the base? In the base? Yeah, it's back in the base.
Okay. Yeah, I was going to say I didn't see it, but I assumed it was there since you mentioned it. I trusted you, Winter. I trusted you.
Yeah, I remember he took the gem.
Things change. That's all I got right now. Vici Gaming are going to look to take Roach 22 minutes in. And I think they'll get it here. LGD not really in a position to contest. Nobody to steal it. They'll definitely get it.
Yeah, Storm is going to have 2 lives now. That's okay. That's going to be so hard for LGD to deal with him. Close to, I don't know. This fight at middle is gonna be close to undefendable from LGD. They need a miracle to hold this tower. Maybe they just don't hold the tower. But it's again LGD. LGD holds every single freaking tower. They don't give a tower.
Well, this one, they're not defending this one. Yeah, they know it too. They actually had the glyph available, not even going to bother to drop it. They'll give up the tower mid, but this is where Vici Gaming say, great, we took your tower. We don't have to force high ground now, so you're not getting anything out of giving it up. You're just giving it up for free. Now we farm, we get even more gold. And then when we decide to push again, well, you've just wasted time hiding in your base while we're continuing to increase our advantage.
Yeah, this is the main difference of how LGD approaches a draft against Vici, how Vici approaches a draft like this. The way Vici approaches the draft is they just continuously grow on the tempo controllers, whereas LGD would just try to keep constantly fighting. And you can see evidently in the game how much of a difference if the different decisions are made.
And Super now up to 2,000 gold. Do you think it's a BKB game for him? What's he going to go for?
I think he's going to build a Hex also, even greedier.
Yeah, the Weaver just got his Lincolns a little while ago, so that's decent for Xiaotuji.
At least he's safe now.
If the Storm does go Hex, though, Lincolns will not save you. You can zip in, just immediately queue up your Orchid, and then follow up with a Hex and a pull, and that should be enough to get the kill. Certainly with one other
Just drop
hero.
everything.
Yeah.
Just drop everything on him.
The Hex
And
really
if
makes
that,
the difference.
If that happens, the Weaver might have to get a BKB, and if you have Lincolns and BKB, you're not doing damage.
That's the Pinoy build. Lincoln's BKB.
Some of the Chinese players do that as well. It's very, very defensive and no damage at all.
Yeah, if you do go that build and then you get damage items, though, it's very annoying because you just can't die, pretty much. If you die, you're really far behind.
Yeah, if you die with that build, it's gonna take you a while before you come online doing damage. That's why that build isn't... You don't see those type of builds on Weaver very often. It's mostly one defensive item and Desolator next.
And whenever it happens, it's like the player never planned to do it. It's like they get the one item and then they realize they need the other defensive item to stay alive. But I don't think anyone's ever like, okay, this game I'm going to get Lincolns and BKB before my first damage item.
It's more like this game I'm playing SF, I'm getting Daedalus, I'm getting a Desolator, I'm not getting a BKB. Sometimes you plan those stuff, but you don't plan to get defensive items every time.
Yeah. That's not a very fun way to play either, is planning to get defensive items. We'll see a pause now from Mikasa. And
Let me ask you something. If I tell you I know somebody who hates getting defensive items, would you know who am I talking about? Someone who despises players that get Lincolns and BKB together. A friend of mine that usually goes for Hex and Orchid on the same hero without getting a BKB.
Mushi?
Yeah.
You know, whenever you're like, do you know somebody? It's always Mushi Winter. Have you realized that? It is. It's always Mushi. He's everywhere, man. He's everywhere.
Yeah, but he doesn't do that nowadays already.
Yes, he's been well trained by Burning, perhaps.
Burning is telling him BKB is a good item.
Look at my rings, bro. Did you see me in 2011? How many championships did they win in 2011? Do you know? Was it like 8?
A lot. During the long DD time, right? Long DD and Zippo.
Yeah, and Zippo. Back in Dota 1.
Yeah, it was close to 10, 11, I think. Not very sure.
Was it more than eHome? 2010? Do you know?
Oh, I don't know.
I should go do my research, because these are details that have escaped my brain a while ago, I guess. It's been so long. It's been a long road, man.
Yeah, but most of the tournaments was Dota 1. Yeah, it was all Dota 1 tournaments.
That's true. You know, do you remember the tournament, the WDC tournament where Navi went to China?
Yeah, I was there.
They played the Pudge Weaver mid?
Yeah, I was there. The blind hooks. The solo mid was super.
Dota 1 Pudge was so bad compared to Dota 2 Pudge. I honestly can't even believe... Yeah, you can't cancel your hooks.
You can't stop the hook.
Yeah.
That's the main thing. And the hook range is 100 shorter than Dota 2.
Here's a hook shot. Speaking of hooks, ROTK. He goes for 2. We'll settle for 1. They've gotten Yao. And should be going down soon. He will. That's 2 dead for the price of nothing. RTK could go for another. He's got the Ags up. Is he going to YOLO it? No, he's not going to YOLO it.
He doesn't want to 3-2-2 it. They just want to finish the game as soon as possible now.
I think honestly at this point it's just putting LGD out of their mercy. This has been like probably the worst day for LGD gaming I've seen in over a year of Dota 2. And I think I've cast like almost every single one of their games in that year.
Yeah, it's very sad for them today.
They zip in now, they catch out Xiao Wei. He gets pulled back in, he's dropping fast. There's a sleep on one. There could be a grip on another. It will be on Xiao Tuji. They want Xiao Wei as well. He's able to live for now. The Weaver actually just going down at the last second. ROTK, going deep, going ham. Hooks onto DD, then 4 stats away, just toying with his food at this point. At Vici Gaming. It's time to break the base. It's time to put LGD out of their misery. Poor LGD. It's been a rough day.
This is like one of the saddest days I've seen a team. Oh, finally the GG calls. This is so sad.
It's the saddest day for LGD. I think, actually, I'm not even going to say this year. I'm going to say since I started casting this team. Worst day they've ever had. And not like they played their worst. They played well in the first series, but just the end result. They end up finishing 4th place Winter. They end up getting... Let me actually double check. How much do they walk away with here? In the end, LGD China get the same... Oh my goodness. They get the same money as everyone who finished 5th through 10th.
Are you kidding me?
$3,250 for a 4-month season.
Oh my god, that's very... I don't know.
Heartbreaking. Heartbreaking. Vici Gaming will walk away with approximately $16,300 US for this win. And tomorrow, DK and IG will fight for a total of $213,000 US. So LGD was one game away from a guaranteed $49,000, and they end today with $3,300. Ouch.
I'm just speechless.
Ouch.
Sucks for them.
And they're not even in G League finals. Happy New Year, I guess. Poor guys. Guys,
it's very, very sad for them.
Guys, send LGD your love. They need your support now. They definitely have a Facebook here. But congratulations to Vici Gaming. They definitely played well. They certainly deserve this victory. It just sucks for LGD that it ends this way. They end in 4th place. Vici Gaming, your 3rd place team. And all that remains now, Winter, is, I believe, the first ever best of 7 in Dota 2 history. I have never seen a best of 7 before, at least not in a pro match.
I think I've seen it in... Oh, it's Dota 1. Yeah, it's Dota 1, not Dota 2.
I'm gonna say, I'm pretty sure, the first ever best of 7 in Dota 2. It'll be tomorrow. We begin at 10 a.m. Singapore time or Beijing time. They are the same. That is 3 a.m. Central European time. It's 9 p.m. on New Year's Eve if you're on the East Coast of the U.S., 6 p.m. on New Year's Eve if you're on the West Coast like myself. We'll be taking you through those games. Winter, are you ready? Is your body ready for a New Year's Day cast?
I need a lot of coffee tomorrow.
I don't blame you, buddy. Well, Happy New Year to Gods. It's almost, the bell's about to drop for him over in Australia. But guys, thank you for joining us. This concludes today's broadcast. The rebroadcast, the trials and tribulations of LGD will begin shortly. But for now, Winter, any closing words before we sign off?
The director's script was definitely an unhappy script today. I hope that he doesn't get too upset about it and the script will continue to go on next year.
Well, it's a new year, time for a new script. In the end, guys, it is Vici Gaming who secure 3rd place. IG move on to face DK tomorrow. DK versus IG, best of 7, over $210,000 in prizes for one best of 7. The most money outside of the international. We'll see you tomorrow for that at 10 a.m. Singapore time. Happy New Year's to everybody. Or Happy New Year's Eve. We'll see you tomorrow.
Bye-bye.